Oh,
Hey there, everyone. Welcome to a lovely episode of Rise of Nyarlathotep. We're going to have some real fun scenes in a few minutes, but before we dive into all this, we're going to go around the table. We're going to introduce ourselves. I am Lucas. I am the GM for the evening, and my pronouns are he, him. We'll hop on to Ian.
hi there, everyone. I guess, sorry, I made myself laugh over nothing before we started. Minor disclaimer, there's a storm where I live, so if you hear the pitter patter of rainfall and the nightmare sound of the thunder gods, that's why. I'm sorry.
I can make it rain for
Um,
canon's sake. I mean,
yeah, like, wait, yeah. It's already sad enough. We're fine. We don't need extra rain. In any case, my pronouns are he, they. My name is Ian, and I play Weary, the artificer tiefling. We just leveled up. Very excited to try fun new things that you get when you level up. And Weary's pronouns are they, them.
Meg.
Hey, what's up? I'm Meg. My pronouns are she, they, and I'm playing our favorite socially anxious little godling druid, Alora, whose pronouns are they, them.
Jess.
Hi there, I'm Jess. My pronouns are she, her, and I will be playing Glyph, the automata rogue, who almost killed the whole party last session. I'm glad they didn't, and their pronouns are they, them.
Eve.
Hello, I am Eve, and I am playing the Enhanced Goblin Super Soldier TK37, and both their pronouns are she, her.
Alrighty, before we hop into all this, music and sound effects are from the lovely Sirenscape.com. If you want your house to sound like there's crickets and other strange night creatures in there, just to really give yourself that great ambience for whenever you're cooking, you can go ahead, hop in there, install that good thing, and try to find some good sound effects to make your home just seem a little more weird. And if you hate time and space, then you can hop on over to Roll20 because they're sponsoring us. And they help you defy that space between you and your friends. You can go online, play tabletop games. You don't even need dice. They have them already installed. Well, man, you don't need anything. You can just hop in there with your imagination and let everybody have the drawing ability, and then you get some really weird maps, and probably someone's going to draw a cat. Now, as for this lovely story, last time on Rise of Nyarlathotep, our heroes had a bit of a fight. Glyph had become under the sway of the mask, the cybernetic mask, and unable to fight it, they put this mask on, transforming themselves into a large abomination. Glyph grew in size, but then was slowly swallowed by this giant cybernetic mask as the mask sat up top. And the party heroically and valiantly fought this creature as the creature started parsing through members' memories. We saw Kratok's nightmare fuel that normally he enjoys each night of going to his lovely ancestral home. We saw Alora seeing a massive tree rip out of the side of a mountain and then start to slowly get corrupted. And we saw TK and Glyph go back in a living memory, and they overheard some very good information, good and bad, that the Dark Blade was being stored in Greenest. After a very chaotic fight, the party finally managed to defeat this creature, with TK ripping the mask off of it, and the mask went sailing, creature went boom, people went flying, TK sacrificed herself to rip Glyph out of that thing. And then afterwards, the party healed up, had a quick chat, opened up Glyph's chest, and lo and behold, the hilt of the Darkblade perfectly matching the scabbard that is on Weary's side. And now you are all standing in this clearing. It's the middle of the night. The sky is still this blood red color, but no longer is energy emitting up there. All around you, the plants have been mechanized. Probably, you're not too sure, definitely for at least 100-foot radius from where you're standing. Everything's been mechanized. Trees, bushes, grass, everything. So you're standing on a very uncomfortable metallic area. Looking around, you don't see a few people that you've been traveling with, and your spider horses are still tethered but scared. I will pass it off to all of you.
So, PK, she pulls a bit of cloth from her bag and starts to wipe the soot off of her face. Takes a deep breath and turns to face the group. All right, take a knee and listen up. Glyph's little light show there is going to draw every last mercenary, adventurer, bandit, and abomination in 100 clicks to this spot. They could start arriving any minute. So I will make this quick. Whatever is happening, it's rapidly becoming clear that this is almost certainly a suicide mission. The forces we're going against outclass us in nearly every single possible way. Glyph and I are entwined too deep to do anything but push on if those memories were even close to true. Best I can tell, the rest of you don't have skin in this game yet. If you go to Greenest with us, you'll be officially labeling yourself a threat. What's happening for us there, what the cult is eager to get their mitts on, is a piece of a tool that can change the entire outcome of this fight. The Darkblade. With it, we can destroy the sources of their power, and they will pull all the stops to keep that from happening. We're going into the meat grinder, and probably won't make it out the other end. I won't judge you for backing out, and unfortunately, we don't have the time to let you think about it. So I will make this very blunt. Are you in?
Well, I have nothing else to lose, so I mean, yeah.
There was a part of me a long time ago that would have turned tail, but I've lost too much to them. I've lost too much time in general, and I need to make sure that the next time that mask goes on somebody, I stop it. That's what I would have trained for when I was still doing my training. And granted, I've done it all out of whack at this point. Like I'm well outside the curriculum now, and I'm in. Where he sticks a hand in.
The cat on Kratok stretches and does that classic cat stretch and goes, "Yes, well, I'm afraid the cat's got this one's tongue. But don't worry, he's in."
PK nods to everyone, takes out her moon glasses, flicks them onto her face, says, "All right then, Randos, mount up. We're riding for speed."
Glyph is sitting like legs splayed on the metal grass with their chest open. And you all can't hear it, but they are very damaged, and it's just all the damaged sirens playing in their head. And they're just looking down at their open chest, and they look back up and they're like, "Can someone please take this out of me?"
Oh, it matches my. That's weird. And I look at the hilts. It's just the hilt, right? There's no like.
That's right.
Yeah, just I think TK has it because TK was very interested in opening up the compartment.
No, she did not take it.
Oh, okay. So I think we're having. If it's been inside of Glyph's chest the whole time and it hasn't affected Glyph so far, I'm still gonna wear a glove when I touch it. That was the bit.
You pick it up. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't feel much power thrumming through it. Like it's very faint, but it clicks in with the scabbard, no problem.
Huh. I pull it back out again in case it's like a magic trick.
Yeah, clicks. Take it out.
Oh, it doesn't. There's no blade when I pull it out.
No.
I take a quick pose and I try to do the cool like flick it open and close thing. No grass being cut.
You look cool, but unfortunately, no blade.
Oh.
Weird. That looks very badass. We have to go right fucking now.
Sorry. I just got really caught up in the moment. I've never really used a sword before. I just put it on my back and I run onto my. I get the cart ready and I get Big D to
Cut the
start
cart.
moving.
Grab whatever you need out of it. We are
But
going for speed.
Oh. I get really sad. And I grab like the biggest backpack you've ever seen and just like shove 3 or 4 extra things in there. And then I get onto my spider horse and Big D looks strained. But I was like, no, we're doing this. And I don't have a spell that can help Big D, unfortunately. You know, I'm gonna cast Jump on Big D to put a spring on in a step. So I'm gonna take a quick potion, injectable, and just inject it into Big D.
Much like any horse-like creature, it wasn't a huge fan of being injected with something, but that horse takes off. You all immediately start riding into the night. You look back, and it doesn't take you very long, but you are just ripping through this mechanical forest, and you enter into a regular forest as you're just riding through. Weary Spider Horse is a little jumpy, quite literally, as it's leaping. It sees like a small branch that has to jump over, and it leaps way too high, and it has to like try to catch itself. Thankfully, a lot of legs, so not too hard. Your spider horses are continuously just barreling through these bushes, and every so often, because I did the thing that all DMs love to do, I looked up this morning the stamina of horses, as well as how fast spiders can weave webs, because I figured that would be the basic of like a spider stamina. By the way, it's 30 to 60 minutes they can weave a large web. That's impressive. So these horses can go for a good pace, but it is still taking, you do still have to take breaks to avoid fatiguing your horses. So looking at the map, I will show you where you all are currently. You are roughly the halfway point between Enchantland and Elusium. Now, I imagine you're going to do a little off-road good times and just like kind of cut through to avoid the loop, or do you want to go through on the path?
We'll need to cut through.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take to the open lands.
Yeah, if we want to avoid attention, we shouldn't be on open roads.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so you are cutting through, barreling through this grass, and there's different creatures that are getting out of your way. There are the elk that are in the Arcanium, and much like the pictures that have been circling on social media, these elk's antlers are illuminated. It's super sweet, and it's just naturally illuminated because there's way too much magic in this area. These elk just scatter as you're coming through with your spider horses, and you're barreling through, and you're looking up at the sky. It's still just this dark red, and you then can start to hear the sounds. It is the... Actually, you know what? Everyone roll me an intelligence check, and Glyph... Oh, I guess everybody but Alora can get advantage on this, because Alora, you wouldn't be used to this.
That's fine anyway. I rolled really well again, so meh. I got an 18. Thank you very much.
Next dice are always on fire.
Is it
They
just,
almost got blue, y'all.
is it just a raw intelligence?
Yeah. You just add your intelligence.
All right, a nice 13.
I got a 14.
Net 20.
Oh! So you all recognize the sound of an airship. You are running on your spider horses, and the camera pans up to this airship that's above, and we look on there. There is a bunch of people running back and forth, making sure this thing doesn't blow up in the sky, as they are like quickly flipping switches, turning multiple large wheels to have the airship start turning towards all of you. It's like this giant armored blimp is basically what it looks like. It has a lot of weapons along the sides of it. It is very much like shiny brass, and with this weird red sky, the red is reflecting off the metal, making it look even more intimidating. You can hear just like echoing off of this machine, someone speaking through this like megaphone. That's the word I'm looking for. Glyph? Chambers? Chambers, I'm not mad. I just need that mask.
Okay. Is Pesca near me?
The nightmare-fueled fish is...
Yeah. My homunculus is nearby.
Oh, I kind of dropped my head, and I would like to think one of y'all gave me a cloak or something.
I gave you the lumberjack outfit while we were packing everything to
Oh,
leave.
great. Perfect. Yeah, I like to think Pesca kind of flutters near me, and I kind of touch them, and I whisper, now she's found me. So give that some D10s or whatever, because this is my absolute worst nightmare.
That's fun. Yeah, I imagine Pesca starts to glow as if, all feared up thanks to the nightmare fish inside of my homunculus.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna hold on to that when Pesca comes back, but Weary's definitely gonna notice.
All right, so you are... Go ahead.
Real quick, how do airships work in this? Is it like a big balloon?
Yeah,
Or-
so they have it armored. It's a combination of science and magic that they use to make these things go.
Somebody accidentally summoned the Egyptian gods.
Yeah, so you know that there is a lot of mechanical components to these airships. They are designed... The ones from the Foundry of Steel are very much designed for war, but so
the
they
music
are...
is exploding right now.
Oh,
it's literally like
It is
doing your
The airship
audio
just has
alive.
speakers on,
there's
playing
actually
dramatic music.
There's actually a game of Yu-Gi-Oh going on top of the duel, and somebody just
It's
summoned
not
Slifer.
related to what we're doing. Yeah.
They just summoned Slifer the Sky Dragon. It's like a whole thing.
that's fair. So these duelists are up top, and they're slapping down cards on top of there. It's very inconvenient because every time they're trying to put a card like on their arm, it's like flipping back, and they're like, children's card games are so impractical. But you do know, so these things are very, very heavily armored, but it is a combination of science and magic, which means that it's a delicate balance.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to just like powerhouse a spear through the balloon.
You could definitely try, because we're about to go into a skill challenge.
Oh, thank God. I was about to cry if it was actually.
Right before. Well, I guess we'll see. If I turn around, can I see her, or is it just the ship? Are they still too far away?
You can faintly make out people that are running around on the deck, but you know that there's probably a cabin that she's in, and she's speaking from the system there.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
All right, so everyone, give me your initiatives.
Glyph is tired and got a 7.
Nice.
Cool 16.
14.
11.
Okay. Not too bad. All right, so we are going to start with Weary. So just for anyone who's tuning in who's never heard of what goes down with a skill challenge, and a refresher for the players, think of a skill challenge as an opportunity for the players to do a lot of very cool cinematic moments with having just a very set DC. They all know the DC, and so each there's like rounds of this skill challenge, so they have to meet a certain amount of successes or failures to move on to the next round of the challenge. More failures, terrible things happen. More successes, good times. So it allows the players to really just be creative, like throwing a spear through a giant warship, or maybe shooting some nightmare fuel and melting some cannons, who knows. But the set DC for this first round will be 11. So you have to meet or beat an 11 to get a success.
All right.
And you need
go
3
ahead.
successes for the first round and 3 failures to fail it.
So for this airship, how big is it?
It's pretty massive. It's like those giant blimps they have, like sailing over them sports games.
Yeah,
They do all the sports stuffs. Think of it like that. Maybe a little bit bigger because it has a lot of different like components added to it.
Okay. Do I see like a viewport window from like turning around and riding fast? Is there like, can I see how they can see us? Like they probably have searchlights and stuff, right?
Yeah, there's definitely lights that they have access to. The sky's lit up pretty well, so unfortunately, it's kind of making you a lot more visible. They do have. You see, there are cannons along the side of it. You see that the balloon itself has like armor plating here and there, not everywhere. And you do see that there's like obvious cabins that are along the center of it, and there are little windows along the bottom for them to see out of.
I'm gonna have Pesca fly. How many of those big like searchlights are there?
I'll say 2.
Okay, I'm gonna have Pesca fly up and nightmare beam one of the searchlights to just like block it out to give us a little bit more cover. And I would guess that would be an Arcana check. I guess it's up to you.
That sounds good to me.
I'm trying to command Pesca under duress. Hey, that's a 21.
So this nightmare beam charges up using Glyph's fear. And it's good. This is some fear that's been sitting for a long time. It just starts building up, and this beam just shoots out this necrotic ray, firing forward, ripping apart pieces of this spotlight as it goes sailing and clattering down to the ground, sparks flying everywhere. And you see, like, there's people up top that are screaming. There's like a bit of the side of the ship that also got somewhat damaged. And you just hear from this speaker system. All right, that's fair, but still gonna need that mass, Chambers. Now, if you really like your friends alive, I'd suggest you hurry. And we go from Weary to TK.
So, yeah, I could just start hurling shit at this boat. I think TK wants to take it out in like one really clean shot. So she's looking for some sweet spot on there. Maybe it's on the balloon, maybe it's an engine, maybe it's the pilot. She's trying to figure out exactly where to hit on this thing. Where did I put my D20? So yeah, I want to dip into my scientific understanding of magic tech and really try to parse it out.
Hell yeah.
So I just rolled a 3 and a 3. Right. Advantage on that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So yeah, that totals me out to a 5. Or if you would prefer, a 5.
Both are tempting. I'm gonna go with the first one. You're looking up at this balloon, and you're because you're also holding on to Princess. You're bouncing along. You're trying to figure out. Okay, I it was sweet when I ripped that mask off. It was sweet when I blew up that far beast when I was inside of it. I gotta have this one be cool too. And you're just trying to figure out where this is going to be, and you're guessing, well, they put all the important people in the cabin up top there. It's probably up there somewhere.
Okay. Yeah. I'll keep that.
I mean, if anything, you'll rip someone apart.
Yep.
All right, so that's 1 success and 1 failure we have, and we move over to Alora.
I'm going to. What do I want to do? I'm actually going to try and. Oh, how did I do that? And cast Ice Knife.
Oh.
So basically, what's going to happen is I have my dagger and my staff, and I kind of just hold it in my palm, and I'm like trying to boost it up high enough. And the balloon will have to make a dex save of DC 11.
Well, just roll me a magic. You could do like a magic attack, so that would be your proficiency and your druid. So I believe wisdom modifier.
Sure. I can do Arcana. We can do it that way.
Sure. Yeah.
Cool. Yay! For an 18 plus for 20 math. 22?
So you start charging up this ice knife, and you're firing it at the balloon. It just charges up and sails true as it's going through. You see a few Magitech rifles are being fired at it as they're trying to destroy it before it gets to the balloon, and a few bits of it are chipped off as it strikes right through one side, coming out the other, and you see air is starting to escape. And the speaker comes on once more, very frustrated voice. All right, to hell with it. Just blow them up. Oh, speaker's on, damn it. And now you see the cannons are slowly starting to move towards all of you. And it goes to Glyph.
Okay. I would like to, first of all, can I drink one of my potions?
Yeah.
Okay. Or, well, it's a skill challenge. Can we say I would have already done that?
Yeah, I mean, you were holding on to like 1 or 2 hit points while you're climbing on Muffin, so sure.
Yeah, I had time to throw I don't have a mouth, y'all. I threw a potion into my face. All right, I'll take that. That's a little better. Not at 1 anymore. All right, so I probably know this ship. I've probably been on this ship, or one very similar. So similar to what TK was doing. And I see that they're pulling forward the cannons. I basically want to know, how are they going to shoot at us? Is the wave going to come like in? Is it going to come straight down? Basically so I can warn everybody.
They're probably going, like, the blast that they're going to be doing is probably going to be a little more radius, so they're probably going to be shooting around you to try to make you fall off your horses.
Okay.
You're guessing. So these cannons are going to be pointing down towards your general region.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we just need to go faster. I'll yell out, they're going to attack us in a radius by shooting all around us. The only way to get away is to go faster than them. And I will, in a show of, not bravado, but I will kick Muffin into gear, and we're gonna go.
Alrighty. So you are. I'm sorry. I got a little distracted by something. Did you roll to get?
No.
Okay. I'd say roll me, because you're gonna give everyone basically like a defense. So there's no like inspire. I guess persuasion maybe, or intimidation. If like maybe intimidate them so they hear you.
Yeah, so they know we need to go. Yeah. I'll do that. Intimidation. Okay. 16. That is a 19.
Okay. So you are saying this and very much letting them know that you know what's going on. And you hear like a few of them, they're trying to like move the cannons, and you hear a lot of shouting that's going on up there. And so when this first volley that's about to come down on all of you comes, you are all going to get advantage on your dexterity saving throws, now that Glyph has let you know what's going on. So let's do those dexterity saving throws.
I got a 22.
22.
I rolled a 2, so I got
With advantage?
7. Oh, wait, with an advantage. Okay.
Yeah,
I was about to say a low number. Thanks for that advantage.
I rolled another 2.
Stop.
Oh no.
So not a 5, but a 21. Thank you.
So I
Okay.
got a 7 there. And both times I rolled.
Alora?
That's 2 advantages in a row. Where I rolled the same number and that number sucked.
You're taking my bad rolls.
God, I hope not. I got 15.
Okay, so TK is the only one taking full damage here. Ah! My dice flew in my hand.
At least I healed her.
So TK, you are taking 10 points of damage. Everyone else is taking 5. So these cannons fire off, and these like blasts of arcane magic come sailing down, and they're filled, like as this telekinetic blast is coming out, it's full of shrapnel that is just like hitting down into the ground, like erupting around, causing the spider horses to panic. And as you're all trying to like weave around, get away from it, go behind trees as you're riding these spider horses, a little bit of it's clipping, and this large shard just goes and it stabs right into your side, TK. So you're feeling it. It doesn't feel great.
Don't care for that.
All right, we are on to the next round. So you only need 2 successes for this one or 2 failures. The DC is now 12. And we start off once more with Weary.
All right. Seeing as how leveraging their vision has worked okay in the past, I did prepare Fairy Fire. Very good. So almost like lighting up a signal flare, I basically take one of my little canisters of like the Fairy Fire like ingredients and just attach it to my crossbow that I rarely use, and just shoot it up into the air like a flare gun so it explodes in a bunch of vibrant colors and lights, which I'm leveraging the fact that it's kind of dark out, that this light will sort of like flash and blind. And additionally, it's not creatures, so it wouldn't work to give us advantage, but it would reveal any like invisible thing following us. I don't know what you have going on.
If you want some, I'll add some.
Spell. No, I'm just telling you what the spell does, and that's my last spell slot.
Invisible wyverns.
No. Yeah, my last spell slot, I used Jump twice and Fairy Fire once this day. So yeah, I guess that would be another Arcana as I cast some more spells.
Yep, DC 12.
Nice, 22.
So these flares, you just start firing up like you're holding on to a Roman candle, shooting them up into the sky, and they light up, and you are causing a problem for all the people who are going to be firing off these cannons. You hear people yelling out. You hear some people yelling like, "Douse those fires!" Be like, "It's magic!" And then so like they're yelling as these things are like sailing up, and there's you can hear like that like high-pitched tone of once more the speaker system being turned on. "This is getting a little ridiculous, Chambers. I'm going to need that mask. It was not promised for you, and you were not supposed to take it. So just be a good little robot, deactivate yourself, and let me pick up my damn property."
And I think Weary shouts as we're writing it, I was gonna guess who Chambers was, but then she said little robot, so I think I picked it all up.
Yes, Weary, you are very perceptive.
I'm just really stressed out, you know?
I can't say I'm a fan of traveling with all of you, but, well, it beats existing in only the ether.
Why is the cat Garth Marenghi?
I just need everybody to know that this is quite an enjoyable ride. And this cat's just like bouncing up and down, like while Kratok is like going, and you see that Kratok just can't talk. So the cat quite literally does have his tongue at the moment. And we go from that to TK.
TK quickly just pours some of this health potion onto that chunk of metal sticking out of her side, and then reaches down into a pouch on her belt, and grabs a handful of these marble-sized ball bearings. Like, all right, y'all want some stuff from us? Have these. She curls them up and then does a telekinetic blast on them, directing it towards that cabin. So she's just gonna try to shotgun it.
Nice.
Where did I put that D20? I keep losing it. It's a very bad D20 right now. Not great. That does add a 7, taking us up to 13.
That succeeds. You fire these off, and we watch the camera follows these small little balls as they go sailing towards this airship, and as they're going up closer, they rip right by a few people who are trying to twist these cannons, and they're blinking because of these damn fairy fire lights that are going off. And it goes past them, past somebody who is carrying a large container of what seems to be very flammable liquid because it's in a red container, and that's how the laws work. And it smashes through some glass, and we watch a slimy intern takes this bullet to their chest, and I'll need you for this, Ian. We go to you, slimy intern. You take this ball bearing, it hits right into your chest. And Lady Bywood goes down to kneel beside you. Intern, you're dying.
Yeah, that's me.
I didn't permit this.
I'll try to clock in as soon as I can.
You know, I generally don't really care when employees die. It happens all the time, but... You were always the best, intern.
Thank you.
You would lie down in puddles for me. You would pour me my wine when you should have been asleep because you've been awake for 36 hours.
I'm bleeding a lot.
Oh, the good times we've had, intern. Oh, I'll take that health potion. I'm famished.
That's good. Did you have more than one?
It's just, I remember that time that you enlisted more interns because the rest died. Because I turned them into a large human hammock.
Okay.
Oh, it was good. It was good, intern. And she touches the side of your face. I'll make you into a zombie.
Oh, okay. But for exposure, right?
That's what you'll be paid in.
I'm so happy.
And life leaves you, intern. Although some might say that life has left you long ago. But this life fades. And Lady Bywood sets up, wipes away a couple tears. Oh, I don't get like that. I'm sorry, everyone. Sorry. Could I get another health potion? And someone turn this one into a zombie. I don't want to be carrying my stuff. And we go back to the team. So you are...
TK just pumps her fist real quick. It's like, nailed it.
So you all are ripping through there now. Like you're avoiding the cannon shots. You've messed up one of their lights. You've killed the intern, the best intern they had. So like you've done a number to them. And we go to Alora. So we are on the final part of the skill challenge. You only need 2 successes, but you only need 2 failures. And the DC right now is 13. You can see that because Lady Bywood really demanded everyone's presence to be looking at her, even though they should have been flying the ship, it's starting to veer a little bit off course.
I'm actually going to take my plant and basically baseball bat it. Hello, Bonesaw Revisited. Baseball bat it up towards the airship, and very similar to like a hemlock or a nightshade, I'm going to end up using it to cast, because it's a poisonous plant, it's going to cast poison spray.
Nice.
So I will roll a nature check for that.
Sounds good.
For a dirty 20.
So you whack it, and it goes sailing up into the air, spinning, spinning, spinning. And there are a few people who are getting ready to fire at you. They're just loading it up with this explosive fuel, and this poison spray erupts in their face. Like, why? What the And they just start falling onto the deck, convulsing and throwing up everywhere, as they did not expect this. And your flower has that
Don't you
boomer.
ever insult my friends again!
Your plant,
but like, meh.
this boomerang effect comes as it's coming sailing back towards you. And so now it looks like half the cannons have been disabled. The people are blind who are about to fire them. The ship is veering off course. There is air leaking out of the balloon. So you're noticing that it's slowly starting to descend. And we go to Glyph. You need one more success.
Okay. So I see that the ship's kind of lilting and it's losing air. They've only got one spotlight. Since I know this ship, does it have like a dramatic drop anchor? Like switch?
100%. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, how far away or high above us are they?
I'd say they're still probably about, give or take, like 80 or 90 feet above you in the air. But they're quite a ways away as well. But it's beauty of the skill challenge. Make that cinematic moment happen if you want it.
Yeah, just judging by the speed that they're going and the speed we're going, I want to take my, because I had, at the beginning of the game, I had 2 knives from the Foundry of Steel, and I lost one, and I have the last one, and I want to throw it, and I basically want to either hit the anchor switch and, like, crash them, or hit something that's going to mess it up there.
Okay.
Like, lock the steering wheel, something dramatic.
All right, roll that die.
That be an attack roll?
Yes, I'd say ranged.
Okay, ranged attack. Boom, 17.
So you whip this dagger, a Foundry of Steel dagger. It says knife on it. They're really to the point with their advertising. And it just like, it sails handle over blade, and it stabs and locks this lever forward as there's like someone who was standing there. It was their job to just stand at this lever, and they put it down when they're yelled at. So they're looking down, this dagger stabs into it, they go, what? And then this anchor immediately starts sailing down. As we exit the skill challenge, you all watch as this anchor hits into the ground erupts, a few trees get shattered, and the ship itself starts, like, it gets immediately caught on the chain as it starts spinning and coming backwards, and it's going into this basically spiral descent. And as you're quickly running away one last time over the speakerphone, I know where you are now, Chambers, and I know who you're with. I will get you.
I don't even look back. I just throw up a middle finger backwards at her.
I will get you and your little goblin too.
And so you all ride off into the night. Thankfully, this one is gone. Now, you ride for quite a few more hours. It's rough. You don't feel great. You barely got any sleep last night. And so you're kind of riding on adrenaline. And your horses as well are getting quite exhausted. Roll me perceptions, everyone.
Glyph is tired and got a 10.
I got an 8.
I got a 7.
Oh, rip y'all. I got an 18. Tabletop Loot should sponsor me, yo. I don't know.
So you all are riding. You're doing that thing where you're like nodding off and jolting awake as you're holding on to these reins. Your spider horses are foaming a bit at the mouth, and you're moving forward. And you all you see this sign, and it says it's this large sign that's on the side of the road, and like a path that leads off, and it says "Booings, where no one knows your name." And it's a sign for an inn. I had to find a word that was opposite to cheers, and it was hard. So you do see that there is an inn nearby. What would you all like to do? You're nowhere near society at the moment. When you encountered Lady Bywood, it was probably around this point over here. And now you all have crossed a river, and you're probably more around this region here.
I say we stop. TK, you're kind of impaled.
We'll walk it off. We have to keep going.
You really should rest.
We've done enough for tonight. We need at least a little bit of rest so our spider horses don't die on us. Think of what Billy would say.
And it set them back a little bit. We did take them down.
Yeah.
At least for like a quick nap, like a very short rest.
Right. We can take watches. No one will be asleep, or not all of us will be asleep all at once, and we'll be out first thing.
Fine, we make it quick. We cannot afford for them to get there first.
Yes.
Just long enough for everybody to get patched up.
Mm-hmm.
So you ride down this little side gravel road, and your spider horses are wiped out. Their whole bodies are shaking. They're sweating so much. You make it. There's some stables, and your spider horses. They don't even let you really get off. They just like are walking themselves to the stables as you're like, no, wait, hold on, as you're trying to get off them. But this inn itself, it looks rustic would be the best word for it. It doesn't look super well taken care of. The windows themselves are all intact, which is a great sign. The doors there, very good. There is the sign that's swinging that says "Booings" and a little caption under it where no one knows your name. You do see there are a couple other animals that are in the stables. You see that there is a large hippo ox that somebody has parked in there. And you do see that there is another spider horse that's there as well. But it looks like there's enough room for your spider horses.
Laura's gonna lead the horses kind of all together and give it. I've got everyone's horses, so I just kind of was like, I'll take care of them, and I just put them in, and I give them all a little like snack.
They greedily eat, and there's water there, and they just immediately go to the water, and you can see that their legs are shaking, their whole body. There's so much sweat. There's a bit of foam like at their mouths where you can tell that they've probably pushed themselves a little bit more than they should have. As the rest of you are walking into the inn itself, it's pretty lively in there. You step in, there is what looks to be, like how there's always the coffee crowd, like the people who only order a coffee at a restaurant and they sit there for 5 to 6 hours. It's like that kind of group of people. They all look like they're probably retired. They're having some drinks. A few people are laughing. There's a really mediocre bard, and it seems to offend Kratok immensely. And like all this is going on, and you see behind the bar there is this Asmar woman. She has these large draconic wings that are folded behind her. Her face is very scarred up. You can see on the walls there's the various mounted heads of monsters, and there's a large sword that's behind the bar that's like set up there. And this woman turns to all of you. You look pretty rough because you just dealt with Mega Glyph, and then you dealt with the airship. So you all have seen better days. She stares at all of you. Oh, I take it you need a room then.
Probably
I need
some
the strongest booze you got.
and some towels. Some towels would be good.
Honestly, you wouldn't believe how often this comes up. All right, towels, booze, rooms, I imagine food, and I imagine you also want the fun part where we don't tell anyone who you are while you're here. All right, in total for the day, that's going to be 20 gold. So you,
Yeah.
as you slap down the money, a room key is pushed towards all of you, and 2 large bottles are also pushed towards. And it says Kilgore's Best.
Yep. TK grabs those and just immediately starts wandering in the vague direction of the room without even looking at the key.
I think Weary takes the towels and like a bucket of hopefully like boiled water to go and start treating injuries as Weary's with obviously with Alora's help. Right, having the dirt and then something to like clean everything up afterwards to like patch everybody up, and then hopefully use some of that like technical know-how to maybe help fix some of Glyph's damages as well.
So you go off to the room to kind of have a bit of time and privacy, and you're also exhausted. Like when you have your adrenaline running for 12 hours, your body isn't really meant to do that, so it's hard on it. And so you're all feeling rough. Why don't you go ahead and roll either Alora or Weary, roll me a medicine with advantage as you're getting assistance.
Okay. Oh, all right. Well, I got a dirty 20.
And I got a 22.
I don't know. I did.
Yeah.
So you
we did good doctor work today.
That's right, some damn good doctor work. You're pulling these bits of metal, and the cat is there. Kratok has made a nest and has settled into the nest. You just watch as like every time he like does that classic snooze, his feathers poof up a bit and then they come back down. And the cat does a few circles and lays down and is looking at all of you. Well, I must say that's quite the damage you all took back there. Is this your average evening?
It has been lately.
What is that? The marvelous contraption that flew in the sky. What on earth was this?
I'm gonna assume whatever nightmares late-stage capitalism dreams up.
Oh, wonderful!
Oh, gods. The goblin.
Ooh.
Glorb. What was that thing's name? Sorry, I shouldn't call it a thing. What was his name? It was Glorb?
His name was Blork.
Blork. Oh, I was close. Did we leave Blork?
You also realize
Blork in the carriage.
Oh, I grabbed the backpack. I should have grabbed Blork.
Blork, Horseperson, and Greta all weren't there when you took off, but you were in quite a rush, so you just kind of immediately left.
Glyph's sitting there while I guess Weary's like tinkering with some of their broken parts, and they're just kind of like, when did we get a cat?
Well, it appears that young Master Kratok used my master's hand and brought me from the ether. I'm currently using his tongue at the moment. I wanted to.
You're going to give it back, right?
Oh, what I would do for a spot of bread, freshly baked.
That didn't answer my question.
I'm just gonna
If one of
yank
you
the
would care to...
out of TK.
I'm like, shit.
Sorry, so sorry. Here. like hold the wound there and just kind of hold on. I've got my dirt, and I'm gonna like bless it.
Yeah,
basically
rub some
really
dirt
quick.
in it.
I don't
It's
care.
purified. Thank you very much. Do you want to live or not for 14 health?
TK pours some Kilgore's best on the wound real quick.
Make a slurry.
Really disinfect it. You can see it like bubbling like peroxide.
Woo!
It
There
was
you go.
never
Now
meant.
Put the dirt on it.
It was never meant for a living thing. So this slurry you're mixing up, and you're watching as TK's wounds are healing up, and you've stopped the bleeding. Everyone is looking worse for wear. Would anyone care to rub my stomach and then I'll attack their hand?
I've been attacked enough today.
I would appreciate a cuddle buddy tonight. I've been through a lot today. I'm tired.
I'll permit it. It's been 400 years, so...
Yay! What was your name?
My name. And they gaze off to the side. It's been so long.
As Lucas tries to think.
Centuries, one would say. I would wander the halls of the great wizard king in the golden bazaars, and oh, the majesties we would see.
You
I had
look like
like
a ducky.
100
Can I call
names,
you
Noah.
Ducky?
Ducky. Yes. Like the sloth ducks of the wild. Yes, the 13-foot-tall voracious beasts, chasing you both on land and water, consuming your whole body in a matter of seconds. That is me. I am fine with Ducky.
It's nice to meet you, Ducky. And I just start petting and scratching behind his ears.
He just immediately closes his eyes and leans in.
Perfect. I when I wrap up some of the stuff with Glyph, which I imagine I've had to do a lot of fixes where I kind of have to thin out the metal to seal up tears. So Glyph is like ever so slightly percentage-wise leaner than before because I had to make do with the metal that already existed to mend a lot of the stuff. But I go over to TK and I hold out a bottle of something that I have. So, TK, didn't really get a chance to talk about this, what with the whole being chased and Glyph turning into a nightmare beast, and then the airship. Remember when you gave me bits of your arm? Sorry, there's like a literal thunderstorm in my brain for some reason.
That's canon. It starts to thunder outside.
Oh man, I'm really sorry about Florida, y'all.
Okay, that'll slow down the airship.
Yeah, that's good. That'll
Yeah.
slow 'em down.
What about my arm?
Oh, I did put some research together, and I think I got a little bit more than just the arm. And on my initial tests, I tested this on myself. I think I might have developed a little telekinesis-esque serum, so I wanted to make sure I had your permission before I imbibed it completely and gave myself some form of telekinesis.
You're going to give yourself telekinesis with a little bit of juice.
I sure hope so.
I had to have my brain wrecked by a bunch of mushrooms in a tube for who knows how fucking long.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to drink some juice.
I mean, in a way, that's how science usually works. Like the first test of something is horrible and poorly planned, and then the follow-ups become safer over time. That's why I wanted your permission.
Look, you can do whatever you want to yourself.
Oh, okay, and just like takes the cork and pops it.
All I'm gonna say is don't be surprised if it liquefies your brain.
Ooh, oh, and like you see, they don't have pupils, but you see their eyes just widen. Oh, that's all the time for you. Wild. Okay. And I do the classic mind move thing pose just by instinct, and I don't have to do that, and I just mind move something, and I pick up a little thing, and that's how I use the telekinesis feat. Yeah.
Wait,
Mm-hmm.
is that easy for you to move small things?
Just small things. I don't think I can pick up anything heavier than I try to pick up like a chair and I fail. It just like rumbles a little bit. I'm gonna say 30 pounds at
It
most.
is so hard for me to pick up small things without just like blasting them through a wall.
Oh, okay. And I think Weir's like focusing too much on the chair and like slams the chair like 5 feet in a random direction. Hit my own mic there. And the chair just like crashes against the wall. Oh, maybe we can teach each other because I just did that on accident.
So you do this, Weary. You're moving these things around, and you can hear this voice suddenly echo through your head. Well. This is interesting. Looks like you had some of it, didn't you? And then the voice just fades off.
I'm too tired to deal with that. I don't have time. And I like try to focus on the voice again. And I like squinch my eyes a little bit and I'm just like,
Roll me an Arcana.
How dare you give me consequences to my actions? I got a nat one.
Consequences to everything. Now, oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Rad.
Oh no.
You squint your eyes as you're trying to concentrate. Where did this voice come from? TK, you watch as Weary's eyes go completely black. And you're looking up at him. Is there anything you'd like to do? TK.
So where his eyes just went black.
Yeah. They started
And they're
squinting
just
their
kinda-
eyes, and then they just went black.
Are they just kind of staring off into space right now?
Their face is slowly looking horrified.
Yeah, TK's just gonna like reach up and just. Hey. Oh, it's the juice is melting their brain. Somebody help! TK starts shaking them.
You
I told
grab
you not
on.
to drink it.
So TK, she grabs onto Weary, and like Weary's eyes, they're this black, and then you watch as TK's eyes go black, and both of you are looking at one another. You're strapped in these chairs, and this goblin is hobbling themselves forward. They have these, like, it looks like lumps are growing out of the side of their head, and they glance between the two of you. Oh, it looks like you woken up. You think you're still doing your adventure? Did you like the part with the airship there, TK? And there's a light being shined in each of your eyes, Weary.
This is why I was telling you about. This is why I'm not sure that this is real life or not.
Oh my god, you were right!
It's not real.
Wait!
Didn't think this would develop this fast, and this one you move small items.
Wait. Hold on a second. And like I take a minute and stop. We're in like the most magical country in our known world. And I just took something haphazardly that I've been developing over the course of a week or so. I had a lot of free time in time prison. And now I see this because of something that happened to you.
Oh, you didn't take anything.
Memory. This is not a memory.
And you see there's a bag beside you, Weary, that's labeled TK-37, and it's drained. And you see the little line is going to your arm, and then you both are back in the tavern, the inn.
Yeah, TK just like kicks out Weary's legs so they drop down to TK's level, and like she just grabs their face and like gets right up into it. It's like I did not cough in Weary's face.
Oh god, why did you do that?
Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh yes.
Do you see why I'm not sure that this is real life?
No, that's the thing. I've drawn the exact opposite conclusion. I think whatever that mushroom is trying to convince you that your world isn't real.
That's stupid.
Why is that stupid? It's equivalent. It's exactly the same as yours, except on the opposite end.
Why would a mushroom try to convince me that this isn't real life?
Why do the cows stand on two legs? I don't know, TK.
Because this isn't real.
Or the mushroom is trying to fuck with
So the two of you,
stupider for cows to walk on two legs and a mushroom to fuck with us than it is to there's just a bunch of made up bullshit.
If the rats have giant ears, the mushroom can gaslight us, TK. Those are both possible now.
you two are just watching this go down.
We're
so
not gotten
bullshit.
up. We're still on like their knees, like fucking freaking out.
Laura's just there with Ducky, like, what the hell? Sleep. You guys need to go to sleep.
Sorry.
We are already asleep. That's the thing.
No,
None of this is real.
No, that part isn't real.
Test your part again. Go to bed, TK. I'll see you in the night.
Oh, this is exciting.
Oh,
that's the first time I've had like direct effects of the experimenting on myself. And I take out the cube with the little beast heart inside of it and like flicker it around with like my brain.
You see this heart. It's probably about the size of a baseball. It's beating in there now, and you're holding this. You're kind of holding your hands out while it's flickering, and you see along your forearm more writing starts to appear. Let me consult my recipes here. You watch as the writing appears, and it says, "A tear of love."
I didn't know immortality was poetic. How fun is that?
Vampires are obsessed with poetry. There's
Of
no way
course.
they're not.
And Weary like scoffs at the idea, like if I become immortal, I'll never be obsessed with poetry.
It's like a teenager telling themselves
Yeah.
that they'll never do something.
You
Yeah,
say that
literally.
now.
Yeah, you say that now, but you'll see. You'll all see. And Weary goes to bed, completely assured of the exact opposite conclusion of TK. And it's that the mushroom is trying to give me a simulation so that I stop caring about my regular reality.
Mm.
You can't just mumbling to yourself, I'm not stupid, you're stupid.
So you're all getting some rest, some much needed rest, and you feel like hell. You don't have to worry about creepy dreams today, as you are all set onto dreamland. But I do want everyone to make me perception checks.
God damn it.
I'm asleep. Do I count?
Yep.
Yeah,
I got
an 8.
a 15.
Okay.
I also got a 15.
Okay.
21.
Oh, wow. So the three of you are just not wanting to sleep, or just very light sleepers.
Mhm.
And you can hear the sounds of shuffling as it sounds like someone's moving into the room beside yours. You could just hear, "Well, I can't believe we got such a good deal. This place is so cheap. It's right out of the way. This is amazing." And this hulking, like you could hear they sound like really big people. "Yes, really nice. I like the decor." "There's not much decor to speak of. I don't even, what decor? It's, I guess, you like rustic? Is that a thing?" And you can hear the soft humming of chainsaws, like revving up a little bit, stopping, revving up a little bit, stopping. As people are really trying to open up a door beside yours.
They just make all these keys for such small people. You should understand that you're going to have a troll or a rock troll. Someone's going to come by and want to stay in your establishment. Have bigger keys.
That's what you were currently hearing. You are muted.
I turned to Glyph, and you know that thing in sleepovers where you're just like whisper, like, "Hey, are you awake?" I turned to Glyph. I'm like, I think the loudest possible giants just moved into the room next to us.
And Glyph is like face down on the other bed. But they are they kind of thumbs up at you and says, like, through the pillow, like, they are very loud.
Right, sorry. I don't think I've ever seen you sleep before. Is this how you sleep?
It is how I'm sleeping tonight.
You're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have woken you. I'm just gonna turn back over. Good night.
Ducky,
Yes, what?
did you hear that?
Just annoying people every day.
That's fair. Good night.
And it's that like slow glare that a cat gives as it's looking over, then just like fading off. And TK, you keep on snoozing.
Yep, the one person who did not want to sleep.
All that booze just knocked you out.
And like Kilgore's best
Like
is empty
the baby.
beside you.
She's hugging the bottle.
You all get a good rest, and try as you might to wake up early so that you can be on the run. Your bodies refused, and you ended up sleeping for a good 8 hours. It's the evening now. The sun's still up. It does still sound like it's raining a little bit outside. But you all wake up feeling a lot better. You can hear the sound of horrific snoring on the other side of the wall.
Oh man.
It sounds like they're revving a chainsaw.
Ugh. Remember Bonesaw?
I'm just gonna take my staff, like it's like right next to the bed. I just take it and like slam it like into the wall.
Shut up!
You just hear it from the other side.
You first.
No!
TK just like immediately freezes, like, shut the fuck up.
Why? What's wrong?
Memories.
Oh, in your memory.
Okay.
Glyph, they were in a meeting. Getting a stroll with a weird mask.
There was a rock troll in the meeting. Turn my voice down.
Volume.
Turn my volume down. Why would they be here?
Fellstone. They were Fellstone. For me.
So they're after us like everybody else.
Yes. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
We should probably leave.
Right door, dude. Yeah. It's really strong.
Okay.
We gotta go.
Oh, one moment, TK. They're after you, right?
What if we just gave them you?
No. That wasn't where I was going with this. No, what? No, what? No.
Kidding,
Sorry.
of course
The more I
do.
say it, the more I sound like Matt Damon going, what? No. No, I take out a potion that like at first thing in the morning, I get up and brew a nice cup of potion. And for the D6 today on my experimental elixir, I rolled 6. So that's transformation. And it's like an alter self spell that lets you change your form.
Ooh.
Good job, dice gods.
Yeah. So if you drink this, I think, you should be able to kind of like squish your face and change it up, and you can like give yourself like climbing claws or water breathing. It's just a bonus.
Do anything else but just make my face look weird?
Oh, it'll make your whole body look weird.
Like, how weird are we talking? Because I
Well,
already look pretty weird.
Well, I mean, I did drop some of the far beast stuff, and it kind of looked like a fish scale when I did it. So I'm thinking it'll turn you into some sort of fish man, but or fish lady. I don't know actually.
Yeah, okay. Bottoms up. Somebody give Glyph as much clothes as you can, so they look all weird, because they'll recognize you too. Because we were there together in the meeting. You remember the meeting?
Yes, I do remember the meeting. I was wearing very cool armor, and I'm kind of like,
remember that cool armor? And then Weary's
what happened
gonna
to my armor?
Yeah, Weary's gonna fuss with it, the masquerade tattoo. And Weary now looks like who's a fun MP? I don't want to look like Bernard because then everyone's gonna want to kill me for no reason.
Bernard just makes friends. Okay.
Sorry. Okay. You know what? Fine. Weary shifts with the tattoo and activates the masquerade tattoo and casts disguise self, and now looks like Bernard Busybody.
You shift and you're this large red dragonborn with this blue tendrils for hair. You have royal blue nails, and you feel weird because you've never been a dragonborn before. So
that's fun. I've never done disguise magic before. Oh, it still has my voice. I still have my voice.
Ready,
sir. No, I can't quite get it.
Channel the red guy from Cow and Chicken. That's what I do.
Oh,
like, hello, how are all of you? It was so delightful.
Is this the cat like telling me because the cat has also met Bernard Busybody?
100%. Ducky looks
vocal
over.
Fry. It's all in the vocal fry.
Yeah. Ducky like freaks out because like a cat does. It's laying there and suddenly it freaks out and just like runs around the room like 4 times, and then it's underneath a bed and it's looking up at you, Weary. Oh, Bernard, this is quite a surprise.
God, is he the most popular dragonborn in the world? What is this?
I mean, if you know Bernard, you know Bernard, right? It's like everybody who's everybody knows Bernard.
Hello, I can't do it. That feels weird.
Oh, all right. I got a little scared. a little deeply. All right, yes. Well, you have to, at the very least, let everyone know you're happy about everything.
I'm happy about everything. Yes.
You're on it. That's it. Now pick me up. I don't want to walk by myself.
No.
Alora picks him up and holds like baby.
Mind you, Weary just changed the body, like the physical features with the disguise tattoo to be Bernard. So it's still Weary's same outfit. So like the corset, the veil, the like blue like tunic, and then like all of the leather packaging and the backpack and the leather gloves.
Looks great.
Yeah, definitely looks like I didn't just like swap the creative characters around a little bit.
Yeah.
So, what exactly happens when TK chugs this potion?
Let me look up the alter self spell.
You, Eve, you tell me how TK looks. I think it has to be around your height, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, usually with like transformation spells like that, it's like within a foot.
I posted it in the chat. And you can actually change your height and all this other stuff.
Yeah, you can just look like anyone else you want.
It physically changes you. It's not like an illusion spell. It is transmutation. So that you're drinking a like one of them, a potion that changes your body shape.
Honestly, Let's go with a weird fish person.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
Like
She already had that in mind.
A more generally like rounder body shape than she's used to. With like just really big face and like no teeth and big old bug eyes.
I like it. You have a large fish tail.
Somehow more hideous than she was before.
Oh, are you like the anglerfish?
Yeah, kinda.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, she does. She does still have her weird glowy light power, so she has a little pink doodad hanging off her forehead.
Oh, that's fun. That's the first time that potion's worked.
That's always
What do you
reassuring.
mean that this is the first time that it works?
I tried it on Travatha, but I don't think Travatha's whole deal works with potions.
You're trying to poison me? This doesn't matter because none of this is real.
I was gonna say I don't think anything I could make you would poison you, just out of your sheer ability to survive. And it's just the mushroom gaslighting you, and I stand by that theory.
Gaslighting me.
You hear a banging on your door.
Open up now.
Yes, it is me, Bernard. I'm very happy.
Wait, Bernard? Open up. It's me, Zeratul. I can't believe you're here right now. Wow, like what a coincidence.
I have a cold. That is why I sound a little strange.
How do you have a cold? Aren't you like immortal or something?
Yeah, so it turns out Transmutia is weird, am I right?
So weird. So weird.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a cold or if it's a curse or my body's like gaslighting me. Who knows?
Hey, have you seen a hideous-looking goblin woman? She looks mutilated.
No, just me and my cohort. We're doing some countryside tours.
Well, it's a friend of mine. So if you see them, just contact me with some magic, and I need to speak to them. There's something that's going on.
Oh, is everything okay? Usually you're so on top of things, Zerchul.
No, yeah, well, you do know that, yes, I am. But unfortunately, my friend, they ran off with something of mine.
Oh. I thought you were going to say more. Apologies.
No, you know me, tight-lipped.
Yep. So they call you Zerchul Tightlips.
Who's calling me that?
I don't know, some guy I met. He's dead now.
Good, because I would slay him.
Yes.
And his family.
Yeah. It's very
you
offensive.
Know how
That's
am.
why I hurt him, yeah.
Well, this has been a weird conversation through a door, but...
Well, it's Transmutia. Oh, wait, we're not there anymore.
Bernard, ask what his friend took.
Oh, yeah, no, normally I don't pry. You know me, very happy with
You're super nosy. Your last name is Busybody.
Oh, that weird gaslight curse that I've gotten since I've started traveling. It might be getting to me. But what did you have stolen from you? Maybe if I see it, I can send it to you with my magics.
I'm afraid I'm a little. I don't want to say tight-lipped now because of the name that's going around has me self-conscious. But I'm just gonna slide you a picture of them, and if you see them, let me know.
Don't let the name get to you. That person's dead now.
Yeah, no, I will. I'll think about this probably right before I go to bed.
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said anything then.
Probably.
I didn't want to ruin your morning. But you know me, so nosy.
It'll consider it ruined, Bernard, but I'll let it slide because you're such a good person.
Thank you.
All right. Take care, and I hope you feel better.
Yes, these curses are wild.
So, a picture is slid, like a wanted picture. It is slid underneath the door. Who wants to go
Like-
grab it?
I like to imagine while they were talking, the rest of us were like on the sides of the door. Like,
Weapons out.
yeah,
Yep.
like ready. Yeah, I'll look down at the wanted poster.
Ooh.
So you see on the poster, it is a purple goblin woman. And she's there. It's like a picture. She looks really happy. No scarring that TK has. Like she has her camera up. It looks like it was a fun photo that was taken. And it says wanted, of course, naturally in large, bold letters. Wanted Tiffany Klempfield for it has a large bounty of 10,000 gold pieces and says to contact Fellstone.
Who is that?
It's you. Oh, I don't have to do the voice anymore. It's you.
I look at it. Is this the purple goblin that was in the memory?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I look at it and I turn it around. I'm like, I believe this is you, TK.
What kind of stupid ass name is Tiffany Clipfield?
Oh my god.
He
Fun
just
fact.
snatches up the paper and like looks at her and it's like,
Oh my god.
I'm sorry to Tiffany Clemfield out there.
Well, you're so much cooler now. That's a plus.
Yeah, but can't be me. Look at that. Look at that. Look at those dimples.
Yeah, she's far too happy.
She keeps like stopping and thinking about it, like she checks where her tattoo was, they close that because like it's like, oh wait, I'm a fish. Also, my tattoo was taken.
I have pictures of them if you want to look at them.
I'm sure this is accurate to the description, though.
TK, you don't remember anything?
I remember going to the moon, getting my arm torn off by Morgus. Meeting that we were in.
You were very purple in the meeting.
Yep. So I definitely.
It can be difficult to grapple with new information about your identity. But we're here to help.
I have to just sit down. No, I can't sit down. We gotta go. Save this fake ass world.
Are we going out the front door or out the window?
We already paid. We can go out the window.
I like that. That was. I did not expect that line. I figured we already paid. We could just leave out the front.
I did become a fish. That might prompt some questioning.
Oh yeah, we we rented the rooms as ourselves, not as apparently world's most famous dragonborn Bernard Busybody. And
To be
Miss
fair, we rented the thing anonymously because the clerk did offer to basically say that nobody was here. So, as far as they're concerned, we're just randos.
And it's no one's business if you want to be a fish person.
Exactly.
We're the randos. Oh, that feels wrong.
There you go. Actually, that was closer.
Oh, I don't like that I'm getting better at it.
So yes, I can't disguise magic, but I can just There.
Perfect.
Kratok
Yeah,
is staring at everyone just with like somewhat of a surprised expression, and like steps up off the bed, kind of brushes himself off because he was just sitting in the bed the whole time, and he just puts a wing on your shoulder, TK, and just gives a nod, pat your back.
All right. Thank you. Boost me out this window. These weird little fish arms are weird.
Very slippery. So you all get like one by one. If somebody was watching from a distance, they would watch a fish, a large dragonborn, a godling, robot, and then a bird with a cat that is very unhappy fall out of this window and go down into the ground. And it's starting to rain a bit heavier now. You know that your horses are over in the stables, so you're quickly rushing over there and grabbing them. You see that the hippopox is still there. It's this massive beast. It looks much like a hippo, except it's very shaggy, and it has two large horns that are coming out of it. And it's just munching all this food in front of it. You do see that there are a few more spider horses here now that have been set up. And they look big. Like, your spider horses are pretty lean and quick. These look more bulky, like they're going to be carrying some big people.
Do they look like they have all their attack and equipment near them?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. I'm going to destroy. I want to wreck it. I want to cut it all up. Slow them down.
Yeah, TK's just going to start leading those big ones out, and then just as they're leaving the door, just slap them on the ass really hard.
They take off. They're cool with this.
You do that like while I'm like, oh, I can just cut up their attack, and you're like, go. Oh, that was a much better idea. Throw the saddle in the dirt.
All right, let's go. Right up.
TK's struggling to pull herself up onto Princess and her chunky little fish monkey.
So you all get onto your spider horses. They look much more refreshed after a day's rest. And you take off. And you are heading out into this thunderstorm. The spider horse's many legs are slapping into the mud as you're making your way towards the next river. And you see the sky still has a slight tinge of the red to it. It doesn't seem to be fading at all. And as you're riding off to the river, that is where we'll leave our randos. But it doesn't stop here. The camera spins off, and it sails over. It goes past Enchantland, past Transmudia, over to Cantra, where a certain Dragonborn, a famous one, famous across planets, is there just finishing up a sermon and cleaning up afterwards. And you can hear them. There's the thunderstorm going on outside here because that's just how it's working because I'm not changing it. And you can, this Dragonborn is whistling. Things are going my way. Life is good. As this Dragonborn is moving back and forth. The door to this place opens up, and there's this purple being, this carapace being that you all recognize as the scientist that was there before, Yulden. And Bernard looks over. Yulden, my old friend, how on earth are you doing? You look a little worse for wear, if I'm to be quite honest. You don't look very good. And Yulden steps forward. There's this water pooling off of them, a faint bit of blood around their claws.
Bernard, where is it? Where are you hiding it?
I told you, Yulden, I don't have anything to do with the Nostradamus Corporation anymore. I'm done with them. They're super rude. I'm missing 2 paychecks. Can you believe it? 2 paychecks. Not going back. Not telling you how to go back. So make like a tray and leaf. And this being walks a little bit closer. A parishioner's trying to walk by them, and they just flick their hand as Yulden's claw goes across their throat, and they fall to the ground, the blood pooling out. But you watch as the blood slowly starts changing, and it starts turning this like dark purple color.
I wasn't asking, Bernard. I'm getting back to that station. You can't stop me. And once they find out what's been happening down here planet-side, how well everything's going after you told them it was abandoned, they'll be here soon.
Well, I didn't want to have to do this, Yulden. And you watch as Bernard just holds their hand out. This beam of light shoots out, ripping through, tearing off one of Yulden's arms as Yulden jumps forward, this ragdoll jump, and tears in, just slashing open Bernard's chest. This blood's falling down. They're ripping at one another in this savage battle. Just like pieces of them flying as they're biting down, ripping, and eventually it gets to the point where Bernard is barely standing there. There's so much blood that's pulled down onto the ground. Yulden is standing there. There's just bits of Yulden that are missing.
Why are you so annoying? Just die.
I told you, Yulden. I've died so many times it doesn't really matter much anymore. But I refuse to die this time. And from an outside perspective, we see this large base, this large church. The lights start emitting out of this window, this bright white light, as the entire area just explodes. And that's where we'll end this part. Well, did you all have fun today?
Nerd!
He's gonna be he's gonna get better, right? Right?
We'll have to see how that goes.
Oh, we sent Yulden right to Bernard.
We've done a lot of things that have...
Yeah, we just keep ruining places. I love it.
Why do our actions keep having consequences? What's up with that?
Living by the sword, awesome. Dying by the sword, oh no.
Right. Not cool.
I like consequences. I think they're fun in games.
Agreed.
Well, I'm glad you all...
Tiffany.
Oh, yeah! Tiffany Clemfield!
That was real good.
That was good.
So, Eve, she, when creating her character, she messaged me saying, I don't want to know TK's real name. I just want it to land like... And the words were a wet sandwich. So I was like, I need a name that, like, you're expecting this heroic name. I need something like, oh, that's who I am? Oh.
Tiffany.
But Tiffany.
Tiffany Clemfield.
I was not expecting a Tiffany.
I figured it did the job. I felt a very wet sandwich effect as I watched the look of disdain cross Eve's face.
I mean, yeah.
Sorry to any
Very
Tiffany
good.
out there.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so thank you all for attending Rise of Nyarlathotep, episode 21. Wow, we are flying through these. We are going to have a little thing that we're going to have going on, a little bit of a raffle. So, as you know, we talk about critical bits